Okay, boxing fans, right now we're talking about a super bantamweight fight happening this weekend. Gavin McDonnell versus Vusi Malinga. Gavin McDonnell, you may know, he is the less talented brother of Jamie McDonnell, former IBF champion at bantamweight and now paper title holder in the same weight division. Gavin McDonnell, the brother, you may have recently seen him getting a robbery draw against a guy called Josh Wale. Wale deserved to win that fight, got a draw. There was supposed to be a rematch. McDonnell ducked the rematch, and then he was meant to fight his mandatory instead. Ducked the mandatory, decided to drop his titles and move on to this fight against multiple title challenger, world title challenger, Vusi Malinga. Malinga you may have seen recently fighting the likes of Leo Santa Cruz, and he also fought Stewie Hall. Now, moving back to this fight, Gavin McDonnell recently said in a iFilm London IFL TV interview that those two domestic fights, Jazza Dickens and Josh Wale, are too dangerous for him. He can't fight those fights, they're too dangerous for him. What's the point in those fights? And instead he wants a bigger fight. He wants this big fight to fight instead, and instead they ring him Vusi Malinga. Now my question to both guys, Paul and Rory, starting with Rory, is what is the point in this fight if he can't beat domestic guys?
I think for all that, I think it's probably not the best move for a fan's point of view. I think you've got to kind of give him some credit in the sense that he's being honest. I think he will get more credibility globally or with rankings by beating Vusi Malinga than it will do two domestic guys. So in theory what he's saying is right. If he loses to two domestic guys and the fights that he could quite easily lose, then he's going to gain far less, and it's so much of a bigger risk compared to reward that he's probably right not doing it. Do I think it's right? No, but I applaud him for his honesty, I suppose.
Well, Rory, I'm not going to say this often on my videos, but I 110% disagree with you. But we'll move on. Paul, what are your thoughts on this shambles?
To be honest, Gavin McDonnell, he just rides his brother's coattails, really, doesn't he? To be honest, the only reason anyone knows who he is because his brother's Jamie McDonnell, and because Jamie's won a world title. And half the time, Gavin McDonnell's just in the corner for Jamie. He doesn't fight anywhere near as often as Jamie does.
Mm.
So Gavin McDonnell,
15 fights, yeah,
something like that, and only like 2 in the past year and a half. So yeah, like Roy said, he is being honest when he says those two fights are too hard for me. I'm not confident that I could beat Jazza Dickens or Josh Wale, which is not what he said outright, but that's pretty much what you'd interpret from what he's saying. He doesn't think he could beat Jazza Dickens or Josh Wale, but he's not confident enough of beating them, and he wants this fight instead. And this fight, it is a real cherry pick fight in my opinion. Malinga, okay, he's fought for a few world titles. He's not come close to winning any of them, has he? He got knocked out in a round by that Japanese guy. I can't think of his name. He lost a shutout practically to Leo Santa Cruz, and he even got beat by Stewie Hall. And Stewie Hall's nothing great, in my opinion. So Malinga, it's a very winnable fight. He's probably making more money than he would if he defended his British titles. But at the end of the day, it's still a duck, to be perfectly honest. But if you are going to duck, at least you are pretty much admitting that you're ducking instead of just making up rubbish like a lot of other fighters do. Like, oh, that guy's not good enough to fight me, that's why I'm not fighting him. That's what a lot of fighters do to avoid mandatories, and he hasn't really said that, has he?
No, but he's went the absolute opposite way. He's went, these guys are too good to fight. These guys are too good. I can't fight them. I'm going to move on in my career. I mean, this is what I don't understand. You can't beat these guys, okay? Josh Wale is at best, domestic level fighter. At best,
boxer.
He is, part-time boxer. Area level, English level, yeah. If you can't beat English level fighters, what have you got to give to, a guy who's fought for 3 world titles at least? You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing for him.
I understand what you're saying, yeah.
You ain't got nothing for him. And one thing Rory said, actually, which was quite funny, he said the words beats Vusi Malinga. Beats. He's going to get beats. He's going to be getting beat up.
I don't think he will, mate.
Vusi Malinga's going to kick fuck out of him.
I don't think so, mate. And it's not because...
I promise you will. He'll
put some money on it, then.
I will. I'm going to put money on it.
Money where your mouth is. It's not because I think McDonnell's great. It's just, as I've said, I just don't think Malinga's anything special or anything good. And you've got to remember, this is on a Matchroom show. He is a Matchroom fighter, I think.
If it goes to points, Malinga's got no chance.
Exactly. And Malinga's not a puncher. I can't see him knocking McDonnell out. So, no, you might be confident Malinga will beat him. I don't think he will. Overall, like I said though, I can understand why he's taking the fight. But it's not a fight I want to see at all. I'd much rather see him fight Jazza Dickens.
So that's it, guys. We all have different opinions on this, but tell us what you think about this fight. Really, what do you guys think? Is Vusi going to do it, or is Gavin McDonnell going to get another robbery victory, or is he going to win one for real this time? Without help?